G'day guys, welcome to the Mailbag preview for Flemington, the 17th of March.
Privilege to be here.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, mate. Great to sit next to Walshy.
Oh man.
This is good, this. You know, Nick, our number one merch bloke from Betfair, and anything goes wrong, just keeps us up and going. Keeps the joint afloat. Great to have you on the show.
It could be a bit of a viewer complaint though that Trav's not back.
Yeah, Trav's a
Trav
good
killed
operator.
it last week and he will be back soon. Just got to keep rotating the roster. Keep everyone fresh.
Walshy's keen though this week, so.
Oh, I've never seen him so up and about.
It's great.
Hair's fresh.
I need a haircut. I might go and see.
He's got red thongs on. He's a fashion statement.
Reasonably thick too.
Yeah, of course it's thick, mate. I've been on the road game for 15 years. That's what it does for you.
I don't know what that is.
When he things out all the way through there and all these greys are popping in. Bit thin on top. Dicko is a bit thin on top too.
Oh man, I've been copping that since I was 18. It's lush. It's still lush and always will be lush.
Alright, let's kick this off.
Let's hit the POC tax straight on the head straight away. So, Nick, you give us your take on it.
Yeah, I guess from a Betfair perspective, it's a complicated thing. We basically pay 51% of our revenue before we pay any of our OPEX, straight away in taxes and levies. So we've got 40% of product fees. We've got a 9% or 9.1% GST, and then there's another like 2% of wagering taxes. So that's 51%. And what South Australia have come out and done, they've added 15% on top of that. So 66% of our revenue before we even start has gone in tax. So as a consequence of that, we've had to take away the discount rate for SA customers if you're based in South Australia, which is going to have a pretty devastating effect for them.
Because all their on-course bookmakers are using it.
No. Listen, the on-course bookmakers is a complete monopoly in Adelaide. I've got no problem about saying that there at all. It is a completely closed shop, which is no good for the general punter. It's a monopoly structure. There's four. I think there was three bookies with numerous stands at Adelaide Cup Day on Monday. But look, that's the way they operate. But the point of consumption tax as a rule, we can just sit there and tell you it is not going to be of benefit to the punter. It's going to be a horrible benefit to the plastic shareholder-owned bookmakers, which I see as great. It will benefit the on-course punter because obviously since the introduction of the plastics, the on-course holds have gone down. So the point of consumption tax really does affect the bigger players in the market, and it will have an effect on Betfair, but it's not determined exactly how much the point of consumption tax will be in Victoria. So, look, not much we can do. Fair play, play on, get involved in it.
I guess
Keep punting.
Yeah.
If beer was $5 a stubby from the bottle shop, you'd still pay for it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'd drink less.
There's a
Fair call.
on
If
racing.
I wasn't a complete victim, I'd drink slightly less.
Slightly.
And I think that's the scary thing for the game.
Yeah, there's a great interview with Cormac Barry from Sportsbet, and he articulates the current landscape really well. He wants more competition, and basically South Australia have gone and copied a UK model and just lumped 15% on top of like what the UK have done on top of the fees already. And so it's okay for the UK because that's 25% and that takes them up to 40%. No worries, but over here we're already paying different product fees and stuff and things on top of that, which the TAB is diminishing in their holds and things like that. So the governments are starting to say, well, we want more money, which is, and Cormac said the other night, fair enough, we need to give them something, but to then go gung-ho and not consult with the rest of the industry is a dangerous thing to do. Maybe a gradual increase of a POC tax is something that you could digest, but
is there a number you think's right?
Well, I can't really speculate.
Yeah, there is a number he thinks right. 0.
But if punters vote with their feet, so they tell you, and I guess it's like Uber and it's like any new product or a challenger thing. People will migrate to whatever they prefer dealing with or using or transacting with. So they will keep migrating to fixed odds because that's been the pattern for the last couple of years. So then to make up that shortfall, there needs to be some sort of POC tax as the TAB's tote product sort of diminishing. So understand that, respect that, but apart from South Australia, I'm not sure which way people are going to go, but hopefully it can be a good outcome for punters and it might help the guys on course, and some of that money might come back through Betfair, but it's sort of yeah, suck it and see job at the moment.
People don't understand the percentages bet on course. Like the Echuca Cup Sunday, where there was a couple of blokes just... Most races you would have been easily able to bet in a 98% market. Top of the 8 bookies in there.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
But there's one thing to think about. Like, I mean, we're the new generation of punters. We're in the digital age. We use technology. Back in the olden days, like the 70s and 80s, you know, there was no on-course phones. People used to get on track and bet. People still bet then. So, you know, and even when the tote first started out, they had to collect their money the next day. So they couldn't collect turnover. They just had to bet and wait.
Yes. I'm more of a laptop and sit at home type punter, but I went on Saturday for $1 and race warnings prices were super aggressive, just because I was near the front lawn there. He had some of the corporate bookmakers absolutely pasted for price.
Oh, they absolutely pasted that's every meeting every day.
Yeah.
Like, I can go through the names, but Swanee knows what he's doing. So if you think you're eating overs there, you're probably wrong. But there's a couple of them that do not know what they're doing.
Yeah, like what's his name?
Oh, there's a few, but I'm not going. I
Can't name names.
Can't name names, but
There was
they
a
got
really
limited.
good betting pod episode with Richie Irvine on the Poctax, which is a good way to get
Get your head
a
around it.
slight understanding of the issue, because like myself, I don't really know or overly care. I'll leave it to you. Guys like you. No, I'll just trust your opinion. You know what I mean? Like,
luckily, guys like Richie, got Betfair, and I think lots of the corporates and lots of people are lobbying. Bookmakers in New South Wales are doing it, and we're getting lots of people to try and help push the cart, because, as Cormac said on Monday night, they could kill the golden goose type thing, and everyone just wants turnover and growth, and that's why we put discount rates in place for customers to encourage more turnover, and that's what Betfair's about, because we're so low margin. And then South Australia do something like they did, and then their discount rate's now gone for all their clients, so their product's sort of in disarray at the moment.
Yep.
Anyway.
Cool. All right.
Let's get into the fair income
Let's
product.
get into
Flemington.
Let's get into Flemington. Let's find some winners. How do we think the track's going to play after the debacle that was last week?
Rail at 7?
Yep. Rail out 7 the entire. I think it'll just play fair.
I think it'll play similar to last week, somehow or another.
Really?
Look at it, it's going to be 30 degrees on the day, which will harden it up. It played the same last year.
I'm betting right now. I'm tipping right now for a fair track where you can run on if you want to run on.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 sets of numbers for Saturday, and that is which will alter on the day depending on what I'm looking at. So, yeah, don't be surprised if it's on pace.
All right, let's rip in.
Yeah, let's go.
Race 1, 1,200 metres, 4-year-olds and up mares.
I'm on price duty. Favourite here, the Chant, $2.90 best price. Qualista, $3.10. You've got $7 French Emotion, $8 the rest from Go Down, Daniel Moore riding.
Sister Kitty Mac can lead, Deja Blue, Quilista forward, She Brings Hope, and Here the Chant up in the front, rest at the rear.
Yep. Let's have a look at this. So this is a pretty reasonable mares race to kick off the day. But once again, the bottom weight's got 55 and the top weight's got 57. The class difference between the weights should have the weights at a different scale. I am leading towards Callista. It was a very good run against Russian Revolution, which would be $1.05 in this race. Russian Revolution. I thought 3 and 4 clearly stood out because they both map well. 1 is probably the fastest run-home horse in the race, without question, but how's the track going to play and how fit it is, I don't know. But I've got a slight leaning to 3 from 4.
I'd have 4 from 3 from 1.
I've got a slight query. Here the Chant, 1,200 metre horse?
It pissed in 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it did hit the line
Pissed in.
Okay.
I didn't piss anyone by 3/4, but it went well.
No, he the way he won.
Qualista, the obvious. Private Trial, Lady Selkirk. It's been off the scene a very long time. $34 if you're looking for value. And Written Error probably improves over 1,200, but I don't like that race.
Written Error trial pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Is that all right?
we don't know till about probably 12:38 on Saturday, but I think that's all right. But one of the favourites will win. I think 3 or 4 will win.
Race 2, 400 metres. 3-year-olds. That's all we got. Prices, please scoot.
Okay, a little bit more open. This one, Scarecrow, the favourite at $3.50. Iconoslam, $4.60. Holbein, $5.50 or $6 out there. And then you've probably got Mirahib at $9. $13 a rest.
No map.
No map?
I'm looking up prices.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Even or bit stronger tempo than that.
I think there's a fair bit of pace in the race.
Yeah.
Wearston can lead that iconic. How are we saying that?
Iconoclasm.
Yeah.
Iconoclasm. Holbein will get forward. Scarecrow box seats. Tilsby. Is that how we're going to say that one?
Tbilisi.
Tbilisi.
Yeah, Tbilisi. That'll do.
It'll roll forward. Look for a spot.
Tbilisi.
I'm not sure where Indenile gets after that enormous run last start, and Murahib can get sort of find the fence, I reckon, almost. It'll be in a nice spot if they can run on.
Okay, I've had a good look at this race. Let's start off. I'm happy to take on Scarecrow here. I believe Scarecrow, without the times and margins, boys, here this week, but second up over 1,300 at the Parks. It's around 118.53. The horse of Weirs missed the start by a few and hit the line with a bid in reserve in 117.81, which equates to, it's basically it's a few lengths in front of Scarecrow. So, and the way the race maps, I really do like Iconoclasm here. I thought 3 was a really good each way bet. It might get to, 460 roundabouts, but it maps well. It's untapped. Yeah, its run in Adelaide was good. It'll be that float ride will season it up a bit. I'm really keen on Iconoclasm each way.
If we didn't have, which we're going to talk about later on in the show, one of the most exciting things we've ever done at the Mailbag, this new Case-Bet Cup we're doing, I would take you on here. I think it's the lay of the day, this horse.
Wow.
It's a poisonous price.
Well, I haven't finished yet anyway. Sanctions run on class. Indenile was very good last start. And I give blowout chances to number 8. And number 11's She's a Dashing, also a blowout chance. But
the 8's Ocean Deep.
Yeah, and number 11, She's a Dashing.
Sure.
8 and 11.
I want to back She's a Dashing and Tilsby. I think they're massive odds. I want to be winning on those two, winning on Indenile, chopping Holbein, Murahib and Scarecrow, and I think I can do all that because I'm happy to oppose the 3 Incalasm, however you say that name.
But just Scarecrow's going to get...
PR, again, it's in the right stable to maintain its prep.
I just reckon Scarecrow might not sit in the run where you think it's going to be. It could be 3-4 back the fence, or either that it's going to be pushing for the lead because we have got some lead. Holbein will go to the top.
It's a 5th, its run in the CS Hayes was good. It was well backed at Caulfield when scratched at the gates.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate Saturday horse in Victoria.
I don't say it's not. I just reckon it's a bit 280, 290. It might be unders.
Yeah, I don't mind.
There's a bit of 350 there now.
That's probably its right price.
Yeah, that's what I'm chopping on it. I'm not winning on it.
I'm with Iconoclasm.
I'll be losing the stack on it.
I don't mind the switch Holbein. I think it's he's had Taylor Marshall and Jordan Childs every start, and he's managed to win 2 races. So I think Ben Mellum, rock hard fit, probably sits outside the Weir thing, and hopefully Mellum just sort of bullies him. It has to go to
lead. 12s are really bad. The 1400, the wider draw at the 1400 is no good.
But you got a rock hard fit horse. What is he, 4th up there? I like the way he boxed on the other day. It wasn't a hopeless run. I can see why you like the 2 from the Valley. I sort of had an argument with BZ about who was a better run, Tbilisi or She's a Dashing. I sort of went for the filly. I thought she was a better run. She got...
You can just put a line through. BZ works in the bloody media. Doesn't matter.
I still talk to him. He still drives me mad.
Yeah, he works in the media. They can get on for anything. They open up betting accounts. They go, how much would you like, Sue? Would you like any more?
That's very nasty.
Yeah, bugger BZ. He'd be fine. I hope he watches the show too.
Anyway, I sort of thought the 11, like Dicko said, was some sort of value, but again, don't really like the race either.
I think they're huge value. The 11,
the 11's a good
12,
price.
And the 7 are all the wrong price. And they'll start shorter than they are now. So the 7 is $11, the 11's 34s, and 12's 16s.
So we all agree the 11's over the odds. Apart from that, we're all in arguments about the rest.
Yeah, so we've got to back the 11 while this uploads.
Yeah.
I'll get someone for you, Walsh, right?
Right.
Race 3, 1,100 metres down the straight. It's a 3-year-old fillies race. Some prices, please.
Yeah, favourite. Demerara, $2.60.
Moral.
Time of weight, $7. $8 Limestone, and Fox Swift's about $8.50. She Knows on $8.50. Right, you're into the rest. $15 Pliverset.
Righto.
Freeze over leads if it backs up after running a brave fourth when I unloaded each way at it on last Saturday. She Knows can get up the front there with Demerara box seat, Ruby's Reward forward, the rest further back.
Yeah, obviously, I've done the form prior to the markets coming out, which was last night. I marked Demerara on top, but I still think it's pretty short. But it may have shortened also because it did beat Holy Blade easily, and Holy Blade went super last night, which one of the...
Had a perfect setup though yesterday.
Holy Blade. Oh, it was a long way back, mate.
It made severe ground that no horse made that much ground all day.
Gave him fucking windburn, Tiger.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
Thank
but
God it did.
Pretty bad race.
I think Demerara's slightly short, but can definitely win. I had the 6 in my numbers, the Horse of Hazes, but it's drawn
How do you say that one?
luckier.
Luckier?
Luckier.
Yeah.
But it's drawn the widest, which may be a
I
benefit
think
down the
that's
straight.
a spot you want to be down the straight.
It could be too, first up. But
Like it was on Saturday.
No, he would have won by 4 lengths if it would have had the inside Redkirk. But if there's money comes for it too, like if the money comes for it, you know it's a bit fitter. Look, one trialled okay, and you know what you're sort of going to get with this horse. It's pretty honest. But you take out that lame run from Limestone. What odds is it? That's a real question mark in the race, because the fourth behind Merchant Navy is by far the best form in this race. Fourth in the Coolmore.
It's been a while since we've seen the best of her, and she's sort of got that X factor.
Yeah, and it fell at Flemington behind Catchy. It's ran behind Booker.
Yeah.
I backed it against Merchant Navy. It was a run of the race.
But it wasn't right. Everyone knew it stunk. It absolutely stunk.
No,
at
it was
Moonee
right.
Valley.
Oh, at Moonee Valley?
Yeah.
It wasn't
it
right.
stunk. So, be really careful with Limestone. It is a hard race to bet into because I don't think the odds are exactly right, but I've marked them. You know, I've given chance to 5, 6, 1 and 2, and I'm happy to lay Fox Swift. And
Yeah, it's not going as good.
She Knows is coming out of one of these highway races, and it's got concussion plates or something like that. Crook feet and 3-year-old fillies means they can't get the work into them.
I agree a little bit, but why would they be bringing it to Melbourne?
Might want to go to the casino, go down to Kittens for a night. Everybody knows.
I think She Knows second up peaks here, 1100. It's 1100 metre horse. I will not be losing on it. Really think it's going to run a good race. Demerara borderline moral here. Limestone can win, and I'll potentially get something out of Freeze Over just for a mental health bet after last week.
I just Dutch the favourite Demerara, and then Limestone, and just move on. I can't find anything else to get near those two.
I think apparently Ploverset trialled pretty well.
It's one of yours as well. One that got beaten by nose
How
with
many-
life-changing betting figures on it.
How many tipping
Didn't you
was
find it
No,
in
that
the...
was Plutocracy.
Oh, right, same. Used to
No.
the same colours.
But with
You gotta lay the
Demerara,
favourite then,
Demerara's SP 440, which is one of the greatest races of my betting life.
Yeah.
When Jordan rolled.
Yeah,
We're saying she's immoral, but then you've known about 6 other horses.
I'm saying I think she's going to piss in, and I'll Dutch because she's favourite.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a little bit short.
I'll get out on the other. I've already backed it.
Yeah.
What odds did you take?
$3.
It was 260.
No, it's like 320 or something.
Yeah, I thought it was it when they
Well
first
done.
went up. Yeah, no,
I just backed it then because I'm pretty sure it's going to start shorter than that, basically.
yeah.
And then I'm in a position to look at chopping out. Limestone will get a price, and She Knows, concussion plates, Goulburn Trainer, I'm going to get a price. They're the two I want to save on.
Yeah, I don't think She Knows can win, but that run down the straight Cup week will give Demerara. They need,
Big edge.
yeah, they need a run down the straight. It's
Yeah,
not all horses
100%.
can handle the straight. So no,
It's one of the main things to look for when doing the form for the
in a green,
straight races.
it's just a little bit short.
Race 4, 1200 metres, 2-year-old fillies, Group 3.
Quilassa, $2.30. Metronome, $6. Sunbar Bands, $7.50. Crone, $7. Crystallize, $11, and Des Moines, similar quote. Millions of rest.
Righto.
Des Moines leads from Sundarbans. Metronome can be 3 wide posted here, and it's a good thing. Can find the outside rail, I hope. The rest further back. I'm not sure where Crown Dancer lands, because it's obviously its first start, and
I trialled it. Had
sneaky little trial there
very
by Zara,
dead.
who jumped off it.
Yeah, I like the trial.
It was
But
dead.
Zara's
in the
jumped
trial.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that could be looking after stables or whatever else. So yeah, because he's riding for Weir. You had to
Yeah,
jump
that's what
on
we
it,
were
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pre-show.
Yeah, well, number 2, Blinker's first time, Colasa. It was it and Prairie Fire gapped the rest. It's entitled to be favourite, but once again, $2.30. $2.30 is rock bottom. I thought number 6, Crystal Eyes, hit the line really well. First run of the race in a very strong maiden at Ballarat.
It's an each way moral, isn't it?
I'm not a big fan of Jay Duffy riding it. I don't think he's
His
quite
stats are okay.
Yeah, they're okay, but
No, his last 3 weeks versus SP is winning.
yeah, but it's not. It's
What's that mean?
it's not Zara, Oliver, or Mellum, is it? Do you know what I mean? But it's good odds at double figures.
So he. Oh,
It's and Crone hit the line well. Metronome was a very solid run at Moonee Valley, but and Nidari wasn't bad last start either. It sort of looked like a horse needed a bit more distance, but 6 definitely the value bet. 2 with the Blinkers first time can improve, but is rock bottom odds. 1, 3, and 5 other hopes.
I thought Kalasa is poisonous odds at 2.30. I think it'll start $3 plus. Crone's unders at 6.50. It won, but neither have run time. Metronome was enormous at Moonee Valley. Like, no horse did what it did all night.
Yeah, set
and
3
it's a
wide.
second ever start.
Yeah.
Like, is an enormous win in a very smart stable down the straight. This guy dictates where every horse will run for the rest of the day. Mick Kent, wherever he sends his horses, they all follow. He's the best at track walking. It'll find the right. Yeah, well,
It's good a few other things Mick Kent do. Something.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll find the right part of the straight. I really keen to have a big bet at Crystallised though each way. I agree with Walshy, everything you said, and Des Moines is the other one I won't be losing on.
Yeah.
So the 3, the 6, and the 7.
Yeah, it's easy to find Crystallised off that debut behind Tin Hat. It's run well in a much stronger race. And the other trial worth having a look is that Crown Dancer. It looked really sneaky to me, but leave me out of the favourite at the shorts. That's it. That's all I want to say.
So like a team lay there for the favourite at 2.30.
Oh no, I'm not saying. Yeah, at 2.30 I'll put it in.
It,
But
might,
three-
it
three
can
bucks.
drift and win though,
Yeah.
I think.
I won't be
$3 you're
stand-
chopping on it, but 2.30 you got to.
I'm not going to stand
Put
it
it
out.
in.
I'm not going to stand it out the gate. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's just near impossible race to work on. Well, it's
Sweet.
not even. I'll just put them in and hope. But now, how about this? Now, we don't need to worry about the odds because it should be even money each of 2 of these in
Yeah,
race
but it's
5.
not, so we can bet.
Well, we can do it. This is just a dead set match race, but race 5, the Blamey Stakes.
1,600 metres.
This is a
Group 2.
disappointing field for this race.
225 Toes and Stardom.
Whose fault's this?
250 Humidor.
No one's really.
What price for Radipole? Who's
20s.
I'm not sure if it's scratched or not scratched.
Millions.
20s.
I marked it $12.
Millions then, doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, well, that's not much percentage difference. Yeah, 2 horse race.
So what do we
Flip
say,
a coin.
225 and 250?
Yeah.
Corporate
Pretty
should be
rare.
even money each of 2,
Mm.
and then 20 to 1 the rest. That's 115%. Bang.
So who do you think will win?
Slight leaning to Totem Stardom because it
Yeah.
may be just a little bit
Yeah.
fitter.
Yeah.
But then again, if Zara was on Totem Stardom, I'd be
Humidor
on.
might be a little bit better.
Remember,
That's
you know what he
true.
did last time? The second up? He absolutely bolted in, remember? Looked like Farlap.
Yeah, and then it ran second or third behind Winks, and I reckon.
It was-
they hooked it,
Humidor
then
was
it-
fat.
Then it did that.
was fat
Yeah.
in condition first up, and solid run. Second up, it's a good horse. Second up,
This
I
would
think
be-
I'd rather own Humidor than Toast and Stardom.
Case,
Yeah, what-
case bet.
I mean, this would have been a good
Totem
case bet
Humidor?
race, but we've
Go
got.
on.
We can have another one,
You too.
I can't drink all this piss I'm going to win off you.
mate. You've lost about 3 cases.
Yeah,
to me.
that's to Drew. It's always to Drew. Drew always wins and then doesn't drink them, and he brings them around here.
Well, it's good.
Nah,
as well, either way.
we've
Do you
got
want to have a case bet? Humidor v Toast and Stardom.
We've got something in the
All right, yeah, in the
mix,
pipes.
in them pipes anyway.
I
but
think that Radipole is a big chance to run second or 30 to one. Like one of these horses doesn't finish off, and it'll be the one that runs a hole. And really
hello,
keen to play some exotics, like an exacta and a trifecta, and work Radipole into them. If it runs, I've heard it's scratched, but it wasn't on riser just before we filmed this.
the Tassie horse leads easy though, doesn't it? Odeon and Cool Chap get back.
Yeah, there's a
Toast
chance
and
it just
Stardom
gets a
gets the run
soft
of the
lead
race.
and it's hard to
You got
catch.
Brad on. You got Brad on Toast.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
That's why you don't want to have the bet on. It's
Yeah.
really it's because you got Brad.
If it,
Brad
6 horses,
Brad
you might
is
find a way to
flying.
stick the
Brad is
horse's head
flying
up.
recent,
Someone's like, oh, the
recent
horse is
times.
ours.
Brad's going really well.
Okay.
Race 6.
I'd say, what were you tip? Which one are you going for out of the two, Nick?
Yeah, well, I think Toast and Start will win, but it's got Brad.
Yeah, so you're with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun to my head, Toasting, but I'd be crapping my dash.
Are you betting?
Oh well, if you at the odds, you really would be backing each of two because they should shorten one. I thought Toast, when I first did, I thought Toast and Start would be about $1.80.
Yeah.
$2, and the rest like 30 to 1, which will give them their 110% like of the markets, or when they've gone up. I think they're 1 and 2 are both overs. If you want to back either of them, do it now because they should be shorter in my opinion.
Could you Dutch this race?
No, because you could. You have 100 on one at 220, and you have 100 on one at 240. You win $20 or $40. But
yeah, if you have 1,000 on each, you win.
Yeah, but that's a complete. That's just defeats the purpose. It's
what,
not
making money?
It's not. The thing is, I backed a
I'd
horse.
be tempted to Dutch this race. Heavy.
We backed a horse yesterday that broke down, Gravis.
Oh.
And I backed Night Commander a few weeks prior that was cruising, broke down. Like
Seager of this yesterday was just getting to his work. He was just looking to cross and get to the good part of the track.
Something wasn't right. But
Talk.
If
it's Hock.
If they're $3 each or two, yeah, different. You're taking twos on moral, but you're not. Yeah, I mean you're not.
We spent a lot of time on that race for a two-horse race, haven't we?
Yeah, but it's good.
Hey, match races are the thing at the moment.
Yeah, they are actually.
Race 6, 2,000 metres. Benchmark 80.
Right, his favourite here, he excels, sorry. Cullingworth. They're around the $5.56 mark. Condamine $8. You got a wall of horses here at $10. No commitment. Big Pat's Pontiac. Mr. Optimistic. Sherlock Holmes. $15, $14 the rest.
Maps. Cougar Express might try and lead from He Excels. I hope One Earn Warrior can get forward. Sherlock Holmes gets forward. Mr. Optimistic finds a nice spot. Cullingworth midfield defence. The rest further back. I think Big Pat's Pontiac can find the back of Collingsworth.
I was surprised with the odds of this race.
So was I.
I thought Addison was a horse that was really overs in the race. The query is the map. If the track plays fairly, the double figure odds about Addison is really good.
Yes.
Archery Peak can improve on its run last start, but it is carrying Brad. Its run behind Bedford was super.
I'm becoming a Brad fan.
Yep, but I'm really going for 7 then 6 or 6 and 7, whichever way you want to put it. Just at the figures, 11 Big Pat's Pontiac was the best runner that very. I hate those
Big Sur race.
Well, the 0 to 70 plotters race at Flemington, it was the best run of them. And He Excels is the only natural leader, but it's rock bottom too, and you don't know what you're going to get. But
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if the track plays fairly, I'm really happy to back Addison and Archery Peak at the odds.
Mr. Optimistic SP 260 favourite against He Excels last start.
Yep.
Now you're getting 10's it or 11's it, and you're taking 550 He Excels for winning at sale.
Yeah, but it wasn't going to. The longer it went, it just would have went further in front. They weren't going to run it.
Yeah, but it was like a highway on the rail, and Mickey Walker just led and did what he wanted.
Yeah, but they still weren't going to get past it.
Anyway,
going to improve.
I'm keen to back One Earn Warrior and Big Pat's Pontiac. Love the way they hit the line. I think they're massive odds here. There's a lot of horses who are here on hype or
hype.
Well, they've run in stronger races, but they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Like, would you take Collingsworth?
Cullingworth, I've got it as a big chance.
They're not at the odds.
Not at the odds.
Like, it's a $10 chance. Yeah, I'm really keen One Earn Warrior and Big Pat's Pontiac. I think they're stayers who are running really nice races, and this is a low plotters race, and One Earn can get forward, make its own luck, put itself into the straight, and the way it hit the line last start, the way it paraded, it's going to keep running for us. And the one to close off from the back is Big Pat's Pontiac.
Agree and disagree. But
I must be looking at a different race because I'm not hearing many of the horses that I like. I thought I just want Ben Mellum to eat his wheat bix and be very aggressive. I like backing Lloyd Williams horses first up over 2,000 metres, 1,800, 1,600. I don't really care. When they get to Flemington, it's usually handlebars down. Well, they might try and lead or some different tactics here. I don't know where you had it on the map.
Yeah, no, like it's out there and
Yeah.
can do what it
So
wants.
just you got to assume that all their horses are fit and raring to go because they just don't over race them. So I really like it. It's a backable price at $10 if you're that keen. Cullingworth I reckon can kick up. Condamine was another horse that sort of interests me with Zara. Sort of going around like I guess the better jockeys. Yeah, that's sort of what I do when I get lost. And then if they go super slow, because I can't see much speed here, Addison, I think, Walshy sort of, that's the best of the closers, and it could just set up really nicely for her out wide, but it's one of the worst races I've seen for a while. So bad.
Yeah, I just
For
I had
Flemington.
they were my 4 chances, but I don't really want to keep talking about it.
Addison, One Warrior, Big Pat's had the 2,000 metre runs too, which is a tip for me.
Race
Race-
is not much class.
Race 7, 400 metres. Listed.
March stakes.
The answer, my friend, 480 favourite with overshare at 550. Tribal Wisdom about $8. Nozomi similar quote. Kiwia $10. $11 Sovereign Nation. And you're looking at $18 at rest. Rising Red, Seaburge.
Glue on shoes, the answer, my friend.
Well,
what do we do with
just,
it?
You just took the, I was going to start off and give a big spiel, but
Sorry, mate.
yeah, it trialled really
Trialled
well.
really well.
Trialled really well. It's got glue on shoes, so and if this track, you've got a hot day and it's a hard track underfoot, surely that's not going to be a benefit to it. It's glue on shoes are just too big a risk to back. Same can be said about Seaburge, which is wearing bar plates, so it can't win. They can't win with bar plates.
Well, it's got a lot of gear changes too, which tells you that they're not sure what to do with the horse.
Gear changes are fine, but bar plates are no good because they sit around the base of the horse's foot and they can't.
Gone.
Sprinters sprint on their toes. Bar plates is like wearing gumboots, basically, in a nutshell. Really hard race. Mask of Time was a real query horse for me. It's got a terrible draw, but its run in the Toorak was good enough to win this race, and that was first start in the country. So Mask of Time's a really big query for me. Overshare's going to get a good run on pace, but it's rock bottom odds. Sovereign Nation will probably improve. And Coldstone's pretty honest. This is a tough race.
I thought Coldstone was huge odds.
Yeah, well, it's not without a chance. So
It can put itself where it needs to be. It and Overshare, the two that sort of appealed to me as bets. The answer, my friend's a quality horse here.
I knew you were going to fall into overshare.
Yeah, 100%.
Sovereign Nation.
Fan club over there.
Sovereign Nation.
What about 1400? Is there a chance it doesn't run 1400? Strong.
I
I'm
think
saying
the way it ran out, the way it ran its race last started, it'll go really well here. Doesn't matter where. Like they wouldn't be putting it if it couldn't. It's ready to win races.
Yeah, still young horse.
It's a stable who loves talking to Shane Anderson post race. Like they put him in races they can win. Sovereign Nation, yeah, it's the blowout here. Like it's the quality of this field. Seaburge once was. I don't know what's happened to it.
It's got
Nozomi won first up, won't win again second up, and agree. Mask of Time is a scary horse here.
It's a query runner. Like if
If you're Dutching, I'd just be ticking the box.
well, this is a yard race, as they say. If he gets up and you get a text through said,
Mask of Time.
number 7 is a brute of a horse, 3 units. Well, happy days.
Yeah.
Just give
Might
it.
have-
Just
give
a
it
little
a rub.
shove.
Or a Panther. I'm waiting for you to drop the Panther line in. A couple of boys out west in Sydney love it. I'm actually just processing my bet on Mask of Time now. I forecast there's going to be some money for it. I've spoken to probably 5 people now about the race, and everyone seems to come up with that. So you might just want to have just something on small and then have more on if it shortens. Overshare lead. Don't know if it gets 1400. Great trial. The answer, my friend Glon Shoes. Good trial. Rising Red.
Concussion plates.
At 20-1, and I think it wants further Rising Red. And then the only other thing that interests me is Windspiel Blinkers. First time dropping back in class, but
McLean.
I'm getting desperate there.
Yeah, you don't want to back Brad. So what are we doing here?
The 7's probably the bet.
Race 8, boys.
Race 8.
Race 8, 1600 metres, benchmark 80.
Top of the range 440. Soho Ruby 6. Abyssinian $8. $9 Naval Warfare. $10 or $11 Balcazar. pretty much 20's the rest.
Lucky we're in the open air.
Snipfit Lee's Nova Joe. Portman can be pushed up on the fence there with young. Is it Fred?
Yeah, Fred.
Little Freddie. I think Soho, with a positive jockey change, Baston and Mellum, can roll forward and find a nice spot here in front of Absinen, who was a good run there against Kaching at Pakenham 2 Thursdays ago. The rest further back. I don't know where Naval Warfare or Powwow will get to.
No, we've
Head in.
well, Drew's got to pull his finger out of his backside.
No, he has, actually.
Has he?
Oh, it's on my phone.
Shit.
What do you say? Nothing much, because he would have reported back otherwise.
I think it's what is it? Time form.
No, I sent it to you
What is it,
guys. I sent it to you too.
Time form rating for naval warfare is about 107, and Powwow's 92. I'm just remembering what I sort of read before. There was some mention of naval warfare going okay at St Cloud or some listed race or something like that.
Yeah.
So Wary Waller 1600 metres first up on that. And
Wary Oliver getting off Portman and onto it. That's what I'm scared of.
Oh yeah, I missed Portman in the odds preview. 550, I think.
Yeah, it's a hard. Righto, let's
Mental health bet for me, Portman.
Let's not
because I
think
backed it twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like them.
Yeah, but if it wins, I'll want to kill myself.
let's just not think about the internationals, because we'll find out if they're strong
Yeah.
in the market
Yes.
and in the yard.
Spot on.
We'll work that out. Now, the key to this race for me is how is the track playing, because top of the range is the most upside out of any of these horses. Savabeel out of Vermont, it will. The 1600 at Flemington is right up its alley. You hit the line going away from them at Caulfield. So if this track has some favour to the run on horses, I'm definitely with top of the range. Soho Ruby hit the line well, but yeah, Barry hit the line well.
Enormous.
Hit the line well, but
I just worry like it was a fast run race, and that comes back to probably a slow run race. I know that worries
It was
me.
and taking that into
borderline in foal.
and taking that to consideration, Portman may have been flat second up, may have been in the wrong part of the track. This Portman maps the best here. If it's anything leaderish, Portman maps the best. But yeah, gun to my head, as you said, top of the range. Top of the range has got the most upside and could improve lengths on the last run. It's the one on. If it's an even track, or some bias or give to the run-ons, I'm definitely with top of the range.
I am big bet Soho Ruby, decent bet Portman, chop, top of the range.
Yeah, top of the range with just a betting watch on naval warfare and Powwow.
Yep.
Next.
Agreed. Race 9, 1200
Jeez, how
metres,
good's this?
benchmark 80.
This show's actually going to be bang bang, exactly what the punters need. Get into them.
Race 9,
Race 9.
price is good.
Oh, sorry, mate.
New York Racing
you know what?
Association
I've
Grand
got him
Handicap.
I haven't got him in
Is that-
market
is that-
order as well.
The New York Racing
terrible.
Association.
Okay, yeah, right. Handsome Thief,
$150,000
Handsome Thief,
race.
$5. Sacred Sham, Blue Tycoon, $7.50, $8. Land of Plenty, $8. Maybe scratch.
I think it's scratch. There's no booking yet.
Sacred Sham, $9. Highland Beat, $9.50. Board the Game, $9. $11 Galaxy Raider, and then $10 Milwaukee. We'll call it $17 rest.
Busy map. Haybale forward. Philly, the Charlie forward. Oscars, my mate Parr forward. Milwaukee forward. Born to Gain gets a nice run. Essence of Terror, nice run. Highland Beat gets a lovely run.
Okay, once again, if the outside's on, I really want to be on this Blue Tycoon. I know it's a written Tycoon, which obviously they're good known sprinters. The Adelaide run, it was like a track gallop, and the kid didn't whip it. It actually hit the line under hands and heels and had plenty in reserve. Like, it might have just come back better this prep. Blue Tycoon, I reckon it's great value, especially if the outside's a place to be. It'll get straight across there. It's one I really want to be with. Milwaukee is a real query. It's travelled a bit in the last campaign. The third behind dollar for dollar leading might be good enough. So if there's any money or a lead for that horse, I've got a chance. Obviously, Land of Plenty is a really big query, but
I don't think it's running.
It's booked Friday night for the Valley as well.
It's a better setup Friday.
Galaxy Raiders changed stables and may not have been suited over the distance, so just query for that. Handsome Thief is the favourite. Did It might not be a Flemington horse. It didn't look to handle Flemington last start.
I don't think it was suited last start.
Oh no, I was potting it heavy last start, which is good. And on Ken's Dream, it was a perfect double whammy. But it may not be a Flemington horse for mine. But no, if the outside's the place to be, really keen on Blue Tycoon at the price.
I think if the outside's the place to be, I'm real keen Highland Beat each way. It was a big run, second up there at Moonee Valley, 3 wide the whole way, ridden forward, so it's got enough speed to be where it wants to on this track. Bow gets on. I think it maps beautifully. Handsome Thief can improve. I'm happy to pot Milwaukee and Blue Tycoon. Wouldn't want to lose Born to Gain. Taikioto's going to win a race sooner or later. And Essence of Terror and Galaxy Raider, the other two at sort of prices that I like. Sacred Sham, I couldn't have.
I really like Handsome Thief. I think he finally gets a race with heaps of speed up front. I think that would be the key to him. Ethan Brown sort of riding okay.
It's just one of those things that, like, that time of day, you'll know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to bet yet. Like, you're going to be coming down the inside. Am I sweet to do that or not?
Yeah.
If this horse has bounced back from, I think it had a slow recovery and not everything went 100% last time. So this is a sort of horse that if it looks like the right sort of setup for him, and he's coming from the right sort of spot, $5. I can see that crunch 5 into 380 and everyone just sort of truckloading. We're in the last with a horse like that. The roughie or the best value would be Essence of Terror. I think it bungled the start last time and it sort of recovered really well and sort of hit the line okay as well.
Through the line,
Yeah, so that, and I was surprised that they, I looked at the market. I was actually surprised at the market when I looked at Handsome Thief for $5, and then I thought Essence of Terror $14. I thought that really appeals to me. I could just back those two, and and be happy with that. I actually got to the end of the card and I thought they're actually probably this is the race that I like the most out of all of them because there's all that speed up front, and I think these two horses will be really suited by that, and they're good prices early, and I wouldn't be surprised if they both get backed.
Fair enough.
I'm with Blue Tycoon. You can all go and get.
At least we're all confident.
Someone's
going to win. I don't know who.
Never seen the straight.
Hey?
Yeah, you were big on that before. Yeah. Like, we're just trying to keep
That's
up.
All right. I just really like when you see those horses hands and heels without the whip. Yeah. When you give them a couple of cracks on the arsehole, they can jerry up a bit more.
On the rump.
Clacker.
Don't just say hole.
I thought I wasn't allowed to say arse. So... righto, now
race. We're going to head over quickly now to Moonee Valley.
Under the valley.
Race number 6. It's the Able Stakes.
Great race.
We've got Bassett, Rock and Gold, Canny Scent. You guys can find it at home. We're doing race
Land
6
plenty.
now. We don't worry about the odds, I don't reckon.
I got the market. Now I'm back.
All right.
I get a clip and now I'm back. Glen Halls opened surprisingly favourite at $5 for mine. Whispering Brook, $5 or $6. My mates hated it after the last start. Ben's $9. Land of Plenty, sorry, I've missed one as well. Right down the bottom there, $5.50. Gee, 54 kilos looks good there compared to the 62 on Saturday. $7.50 Oak Door, $10 Bassett, $15 Canny Scent and Malibu Style, so on and so forth.
Well, this is the first look I've had at this race. So looking at the guide here, I just wouldn't be riding off Canny Essent. It's sort of one of mine that I could be with at value, but I reckon Dicko's had a better look than I have.
I have so much time for Land of Plenty. I'm disappointed Begg lost the horse, which I doubt they would do now that he's won a Blue Diamond. But it's gone to Weir, and it can only go one way when it goes to Weir. It's a serious horse, and I reckon it's going to have a big prep. And I'm happy to have someone near. Might run a good race and might not win.
Might be set for the Wongoon.
I'll just keep backing it.
New market.
I will keep backing.
Actually,
I'll back Land of Plenty every time it starts.
That's a really fair call.
Yeah,
because I think it handles a wet too, doesn't it?
Respect Glen Hall's SP there in the.
One start on the heavy. No, it's had one win. It's only had one win.
It's an Irish Great Britain mare side. No, means.
I respect Glen Hall's SP there in the Oakley Plate. Oak Door's got a lot of ability, and sort of like the other I'm interested in.
I was just trying to G up Dicko about the Wongoon and saying it was the wrong race. I actually really like it. But Sort of Light I thought was the value. I know it comes off a big SP. I think it was 150s in the Oakley Plate. But if you watch the replay, she actually sort of like hip and shoulders the barrier when she comes out, and then she pulls for a bit and then relaxes and then runs on pretty well, like most should in the Oakley Plate because there's so much speed on. But I think Craig Williams goes on for Caitlin Mallion, so that's not a bad switch either. And then not sure what to do with the Perth thing, Whispering Bull.
It's a mare. You lay it.
Yeah, but sort of like was the spec bet, and Land of Plenty might be better than him with Weary, and otherwise I don't know.
All
Tricky. It's a really hard
Anything?
race.
No, I just looked at the guide then and said, "Oh yeah, Canny Essence."
Race 7, 2,400 metres.
The Alistair Clark.
The Alistair Clark Stakes. It's a Group 2, and there is a complete and utter morale here.
Okay, Dicko's pin-up horse, Cliff's Edge, even money. Astoria for 60. Salzmore, $8. $11 Belfast, and then $10 or $11 Lavendi as well. 20's the rest.
Some punter with probably the initials PG has had 1,000 or 2,000 each way at Lavendi. Nick Quinn on Twitter.
Did he? Has he? No way.
Someone's had 2,000 each way.
Oh, someone has.
Someone has.
Oh, Peter Gallaghotis is what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't say
Well, it
that.
might be Manny Gallaghotis. It doesn't. Yeah, what? Someone down in Maui who's got I think they've got fish and chip shop, pizza shop. They've got all the takeaway food joints down there. Good luck on though. It's good for racing. They back their own horses.
Yeah, there you go.
Stimulate. Now,
Good for racing.
Now, absolutely it is. Like having 2,000 each way. Their own
This horse
horses,
is not good for racing.
Who?
Lavendi.
Why?
One for me, Melbourne Cup.
Slaughtered the fucking Australian Guineas.
Hey, now what about the positive jockey change on Cliff's Edge after that madman thought he was over the 955 metres?
Was it John Allen? Or?
Yeah, of course it was John Allen. You should stick to jumping
Mate,
horses.
This horse was just like held, and they didn't even want to win, and it won first up. Slaughtered second up. Like beyond slaughtered third up. Parades well. It's a complete not a fucking moral here.
Which horse, sorry?
Cliff's Edge.
Yeah, what's its name again?
Salzamore is flying.
It could be gutted though. It could be gone.
Yeah,
It could have fucked it completely.
we'll check the yard and it'll be sweet.
Right.
GK, I'm happy it's sweet. And I'll be able to get out at the 220, which was on offer earlier.
Cliff's Edge does look hard to beat. It's got barrier 4. It maps well just off the pace.
Dicko loves it.
Salzamore is a horse that can win this race if it stays here. If it goes to Sydney, have something on it in Sydney. Astoria is $4.60 and Think Positive was $41. Go and watch the lead up runs. Watch the way Think Positive's ridden and watch the way Astoria's ridden and tell me that they shouldn't be the same price. Do you agree?
I'll watch the replay. I'll put myself in here, and Dicko's right. Unfortunately,
Doesn't matter. You're only betting on second, aren't you, Dicko?
Yeah, 41s. You can go each way.
Holy shit, stirring.
two real good place bets for the card, aren't they?
How the fuck Woomph is 41s? If it wins at 41s,
It's a maiden. That's why it's 41s.
Yeah.
North Africa will beat Woomph home. Belfast going okay. But I hope Salzamore goes to Sydney because I think it's a bet in Sydney. And I'd rather not have to race against it here.
I'll be waiting for the mailbag on the SMS, just hoping Cliff's Edge is sweet for Dicko.
It'll be a 10-unit bet. It'll be a 10-unit bet if it's right. Okay, we're going to quickly touch on Rosehill.
Yeah, quickly one.
We'll get into the
Coolmore Classic.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now why don't you rate this the right way?
The Coolmore Classic will be the second ever, and it's going to become a weekly event.
This will be the Coolmore
with
case.
some support and
The Coolmore
sponsorship from Betfair. It's going to be the Coolmore case. So, first in, best dressed. We'll do a tweet saying a time, like say at 9 PM tonight. First in, best dressed. You pick a horse. We'll see on the timeline of your notifications who got in first.
That's why I've gone to Sydney. Nice big open race.
Yeah, fat races. Anything can win.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whoever selects the horse that finishes the highest wins the case, and that case is paid for by the person who selects the horse that finishes the lowest. The person whose horse finishes first also gets some Betfair merch, and the lowest finishing horse gets some merch.
Yeah.
So that
if you pay for the box,
they pay the box
within reason. Within reason, like you can't have blokes tipping the 100 to 1 shot
just to get some merch.
Just get some merch.
The longer the price, the more merch. We've got umbrellas. And
Yeah.
we've got other stuff. So if you're real ballsy and you find 100 to 1 chance and you get absolutely sausage, I'll make sure you get an umbrella.
And you can open it
winter's
inside for the bad luck. Break a few mirrors with it.
It's going to be the Coolmore case. The Coolmore case cup. We're on here.
Yeah,
so
all right.
let's run through the race.
We'll
though.
go through the market.
Yeah,
So-
go through the market.
Now, we're involved in this, the panellists involved.
Yeah,
in
we're
it.
picking a horse now.
Yeah, so we get it first. So
we get first pick.
So no one has to join in if they don't want to. It's just a complete free for all.
Oh, free for all. Get in if
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Whoever
And
wants to
credit
It's
to
like last week.
was it Dan
Yeah, we'll speak about
Dan-
Matt Datson, wasn't
Matt D, who
Yeah.
credit to you, Matt, who got in touch already to pay Walshy
it? Which we're going to do
your
something with
case
that.
bet,
We're
which
gonna
you don't
do-
want to accept.
No, I do want to accept it.
What do you want to do with it quickly?
What I want to do with that... So Dicko said that he'd go halves, and a slab of piss is $50. It's not $55. It's $55 if you're in Byron Bay drinking Stone and
Well,
Woods.
they're 78. You
They're
idiot.
78, right? So if you come to the show and we're drinking VBs or something like that, well, which I'm happy to drink any day of the week, you know,
Sure,
Dicko's
mate.
had a strip out. Like, you know, no, it's not going well. The dog's not being fed. You know, there's no wallpaper on the walls. It's gone. So we're drinking Stone and Wood, so the sets have been all right lately. But a slab of... If you go to a bloke's house, there's certain stubbies you're allowed to bring around. And, like, you know, VB, Melbourne's, you know, you're allowed to bring that sort of stuff around. So the slab bet's $50. Right, it's not 55, it's $50. You can
All right,
buy,
fair
you
enough.
can buy a working man's slab for $50. So Dicko said he'd kick in 25 because he said he'd pay half. So Dicko's got 25. Matt, if you can pay $25 to Dicko's account by tomorrow afternoon, I want to put that money into a $50 multi. And then if that wins, I think you're Melbourne based. Come out, we'll use the money
Get
and
on
put
the
it.
drink.
We'll use it and get
Can
on
I
the
come
drink.
on the drink? I run second. Brave smash.
He should have won probably.
Well, yeah.
if he wasn't on the inferior pilot
Yeah.
track.
Well, I'll leave this up to you. You probably can.
I'll give
come.
the-
You probably can come, but I mean, we should be making you kick in as well if you wanted to do it. But I want Dicko to take a multi with the money,
I'll write it down now.
which starts with the two. It's a weird treble, which they all should win. So the first one is at Moonee Valley on Friday night, which is going to be race 2, horse 4, Divine Command, which it's got 52 kilos. It should just win.
Yeah.
I think it's $2.30 or something like that.
So you're taking $2.30 so you're obviously putting Cliff's Edge in
Yeah, Cliff's Edge is the next one.
because it's a fucking moral if it's
a
right.
pin-up horse.
Into Iconoclasm on Saturday for $50,
Ooh, wow.
which would be about
Oh, we'll lay the day.
which would be about $18, wouldn't
Can
it?
we take the cash out if I hate it from the yard?
You can just lay your share back on the fair. But there
Good.
should be, that'd be about $900, which should kick in for a bloody good arvo.
Yeah,
Yep,
be good
sweet.
enough.
So,
Alright.
Matt, if you're watching, I will tweet
Is
this
it,
to
so
you.
it'll
mate.
only be for case bet players
Oh,
to piss up.
Money or the box?
the money or the box. Yeah, the money. Oh, look,
You
I
go
can't.
box every time.
I can't take the money off. Well, bloke's tipped Sosie Bonnet, started biting other horses in the yard, and good on him. So join him in. Nick, you're going to send him some merch just for being a good bloke.
Yeah, I'll
anyway.
send you some merch
So
anyway.
Matt, send in your details to Dicko, or no, pay Dicko. Dicko, send him your bank details.
Yeah.
Pay him. Send in where you live. We'll get Nick to send you some merch. And happy days.
This is a shit
God
show.
bless Red Kirk Warrior.
Okay, race 7, Rosehill Gardens to Coolmore Classic prices.
Yeah, okay, back on track. Egg tart, $6. Dixie Blossom
Stop
7.
laughing, Peanut.
Silence Edition $8.50. Raymond $8.50. French Coletta $12. Bring Me the Roses about $14.
14.
Prompt Response
14s.
$16. X-Teen $26. Just Dreaming $26. Oregon's Day down the bottom $17. Who have I missed? Daisy Doom I've missed, sorry, $12. I need it next time. I'm going to just filter in odds order. And then $26 the rest. Horses like X-Teen flipping out the gate, blah blah blah. So
Righto.
Prompt Response you think would go forward. Silence Edition.
The map's a mess.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say yeah. Silence Edition and Prompt Response will probably go forward.
Flipping can go forward. Daisy
Yeah.
Doom likes to be forward. Shamook, the gay horse, if it gets in from 18, will roll forward, probably
Yeah,
lead.
50 kilos. She'll try and kill it. Oh no, it's scratched. Sorry,
It is scratched.
Shamook's scratched.
Fran
It's in
Caletta
the-
will
it's in the far
go
lap
close
stakes
to the
of
lead too,
1500.
right?
Yep, it
She's in the
probably
far lap
leads.
now.
So we're going to let Nick kick off for the...
Yeah, so
Unless-
what was the other thing we said about the panel members with the box
Oh,
bet?
okay, so we're not allowed to tip the favourite. Favourites.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can't
favourites.
we can't
need to
back
go a
the
little bit.
favourite.
Well, we get first pick each week, so
Oh, but all these races, I don't think that really matters because all these races...
Oh
they're
no!
open
So
fields.
and also, if one of our horses wins,
yep,
we get the box. But
Yeah.
we don't get the merch.
yeah,
The highest finishing non-panel member gets the
yeah,
merch.
gets a merch
Oh,
as well.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's a
perfect,
kicker there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. We're all done. We're set.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'll start this one. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I think history says you don't want to be right up the top of the weights unless you're a freak. I've got a little bit of a query over Dixie Blossoms and Silence Edition in that freak factor and price. A horse that's sort of forgotten looks like, just going down the market quickly, Heavens Above looks forgotten. Prompt Response I've had a lot of time for and looks absolutely set up for this. Egg Tart, bit of myth, can't have it at the price. Elise, good first up, she looks like a beast. And remember, I think she come out and absolutely pissed in third up last time.
Rob Scurry's love for this horse is beyond.
She just looks like a boy. Like she's one of those fillies that just looks like a
like Hannah Mousey.
Yeah, like a real brute of a type. Keen it. Raymond, Michael Walker, buried the fence. Not sure about the Kiwi thing.
He's the best fence rider in Australia. Look at what he's punched
last week.
No, was it?
How the fuck did Almeida lose?
Hey, I took the worst price Harlem last week. Once you saw that happen, I think you backed it as well. And
on Monday, I backed Ormito and I backed Stellar Collision.
Yeah.
So I drove home
Stellar
from
Collision,
sat on the couch and watched Fanatic hit the line. Then had something on that horse of Oxdale's because he used to train winners when I was in Warrnambool.
Anyway, back to I think Godolphin have got a really strong hand here. Raymond looks hard to beat, but it's going to need luck at the right time. And I guess for the competition, for the case, I'm not sure if she can win with 54 kilos, but Elise is going to absolutely bounce off that last run. I'm certain. Don't know where she gets to from barrier 15, but there's no way I'll lose getting on her. She'll run top 3, and she looks a big price. She might drift from $11, but yeah, I really like her as a horse.
Oh, I was tipping Silence Edition last week. I said it's a horse to look out for. This is an honest, tough, hard mare, and it's drawn perfectly.
Should have won last year.
It's drawn perfectly in barrier 7. Silence Edition is a very good horse.
Craig,
Rat on.
Egg Tart's a good horse.
Oh, it's Craig, isn't it?
Yeah, Rat's gone up there for it. He loves her.
Elise is a good horse. I wouldn't be writing off.
Load.
I wouldn't be writing off Michael Walker. One of my mates, my very good friends, was tipping Fran Coletta and took the $26 during the week. So, but
Kiwi mate or?
Hey?
Kiwi mate.
No. Just an astute bloke who can find value.
Mm-hmm. Was there a lot of money? There was a lot of money for it last time, wasn't it? It was off the map. Absolutely off the map.
Yeah, it was. But
yeah.
Silence Edition for me, easy. I know what I'm going to get with the horse, and it is a very, very fair dinkum, tough mare.
Okay, I think Dixie Blossoms can win, Egg Tart can win, I don't think Elise will win, Flippant can win, Raymond can win, Oregon's Day can win, and I think Bring Me Roses is a fucking moral each way, and it's a gigantic price at 17, and I've already taken some of it.
So you'll Bring Me Roses.
I'm Bring Me Roses in the case, Coolmore Case Cup.
A lot of good horses up for grabs.
And
a lot of big chances. Elise, it's gone.
Alright, that's us, yeah? Mounting Yard Mail.
Best bets lays.
Mounting Yard Mail from Ascot, Rosehill, Flemington. It'll all be on the website. There's one spot on the movers, and there'll be speed maps and prices available all via the website. Head there and get them if you want. Best bet.
I think the last race I said Handsome Thief and then save Essence of Terror. I think that's the race that you want to play in out of a really tricky and treacherous day at Flemington.
Iconoclasm.
Demerara.
Mm-hmm.
Value.
Blue Tycoon each way.
I like that she's a dashing the place. If you can snap up $11 pre-post or around that quote, that's not a bad price. I think she can run a slot.
I agree with that. I'll try and give you. I'll go Bring Me Roses as well, but that would have been what I would have said.
Oh, and what's that other thing? My other best roughie is that Mask of Time or something.
Yep.
That'll be off the map, I think.
Yep. That'll be backed.
Oh, Pot Scarecrow, because Iconoclasm will beat it.
Or lay.
Iconoclasm, my lay of the day.
I'll lay that. What is it? That the thing that Walsh didn't like either. Is it the 2-year-old?
Cloasa, or
yeah, Cloasa. I'll lay that. BZ likes it. I'm going to lay it. See you, BZ.
Good. Righto, guys. Hope you win.
Best
Good
of
luck.
luck.
Bye bye.